Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, well, the new map Illusion for Halo Infinite has finally been released, and with this map are a lot of really cool secrets and Easter eggs hidden all over the map. So, let's get right into it. The first thing, it's not really like secret, but I just want to show you guys a little bit up close with it. So, on this map, on each side of the map, there are these rooms behind glass where you'll notice that there's a classic Halo CE overshield and active camo power up, one on each side. Now, if you were wondering, can you use them? Can you pick them up? Well, as you saw there when I flew in, I could not pick up the overshield. In fact, the floor is not even solid inside of that room. But on the active camo side, the floor here is solid. I can stand on it, but I cannot pick up the active camo. So that's what happens in both of those rooms, in case you were wondering. So next up is the Halo Tribute Room. This one has probably the most amount of things in it. So this room is on the active camo side of the map, and inside there's a lot of stuff. So first off, you notice there's a TV screen here with Halo CE being played. But where things get a little odd is that it's actually the PC version of Halo CE. Being stretched out in widescreen because it never actually supported widescreen, and it's being played on an original Xbox that's apparently being controlled by Xbox 360 controllers. I know there's a 360 console here as well, but it's not powered on. And also, if you look at the back of the consoles, the inputs are all wrong. Like the 360 console has no inputs on the back at all, and the OG Xbox inputs are somewhat correct, but kind of the wrong shape and size. Elsewhere in this room, we have some like random weapon spawns there for some reason. And then here on the wall, we have this really cool Halo Wars 2 poster. I don't know if this is an actual poster or not, but if it is, like, I kind of want to have this actually. If anyone knows if that's real or not, just let me know in the comments down below. I want to see if I can try to find one. Here we have a little picture on of those Halo Wars 2 ads where Captain Cutter and Atriox were doing like live action commercials, and they're a pretty funny series. Here we have a broken TV with an Xbox 360 controller inside. You know, someone in this game room definitely raged a lot and threw their controller in it, obviously. On this vending machine here, there's a bunch of stickers with random things on it, but the most interesting one is here in the back of the vending machine where someone's cat picture is on it, with a very adorable cat on it. A very adorable kitten, actually. Aside from that, there's not too much else in this room. There's also a sandwich here, actually, that can be picked up. But I can't because I'm in Forge right now. But if I were to get into this room without Forge, it can be picked up as an actual weapon. And apparently people have discovered on Twitter that in Infection, this door is actually always open. So you can just go inside and grab the sandwich. Also, on the outside, there's some post-it notes here with some interesting messages on it. My favorite one is the one where someone tells people to stop stealing their lunch. Alright, so that's basically it for the Halo Tribute Room. A lot of cool stuff in there. Next up we have this Spartan training room down here. In this room, this is where Spartans would have like their armor assembled and tested and stuff like that. There's not much in the back of the room, but what's most interesting in this room is the Spartan helmets. Now, at first, I thought they were the Spartan helmets from the Halo TV series. In fact, one of them kind of does look like the helmets from the Halo TV series, but the other helmet just not at all. It's not like the any of the Spartans from that show. So I'm not sure if these are supposed to be anyone's like helmets specifically, if it's supposed to be a reference to anything or not. Next up, on the other side of the room, the opposite end of where the Halo Tribute Room was, the break room, I guess, there is a server room, and it's right over here. Similar as the break room, but it's just inside is just a bunch of servers. There's not really anything in here, but I just wanted to fly inside and show you guys around so you can just know what's in here. But yeah, nothing too interesting. It is just a server room with only servers in it. Next up, we have a really huge storage room outside of the map, somewhat outside the map. It's right over here behind this pane of glass. And this room, everything is solid in here except for the crates. The crates are not solid, but the floor and the walls are all solid. So you could use this room to forge more stuff in here, or I don't know, you could probably have like some kind of like mini game or some fun game type set in here in this room. Who knows? But it's definitely usable in there. All right, next up, right next to that storage room, over here underneath here, there is a room, very small room, Not too much in here, but on the wall there's a poster here of a BR85 Heavy Service Battle Rifle Schematic. Most of it is blurred out or like kind of censored, but you can see the battle rifle itself in the center. That's not blurred out, but the rest of it is. Another thing in this room is there's these computer screens. This one here is a mirrored image of the other computer screen, and it's whoever placed that there, I guess they got it wrong and like accidentally mirrored it for some reason. But everything on the screen is just backwards. Alright, and on the other side of the map, towards where the overshield side is, over here on the corner, there is a hallway here. And inside this hallway are a bunch of named location markers. The floor in this room is also partially solid. Most of it is not solid though, and you'll fall right through and die. But if you were to stand on the solid part, you can actually kind of see a couple of the location markers. Like right here, you see in the bottom left corner of my screen, the marker, the location, it says dog for one of them, and others like red team or red base and stuff like that. I'm not sure what all the markers say, but I'm sure there's some interesting ones in there, and you could probably move them into the map and see for yourself what they are. Alright, next one. This map is apparently set underneath one of the other maps, and it's I'm drawing a blank on that map was, but I know a lot of people talked about it. It's that one that's like on top of a mountain and has like a bunch of satellite dishes in the distance. But this map here, there's a huge cavern where the entrance of the facility is, and over here there's like this little vehicle here. It looks like a little transportation vehicle or something, like a carrier. Well, it turns out this is actually a cut vehicle or cut object from a cut game mode called Transport, which was or something like that along the lines. I forgot if it was exactly called Transport, but apparently it was supposed to be used for some like game mode where you escort the object or something, or escort that machine. But yeah, it's just randomly placed there in the middle of this cavern. The rest of the cavern, not much else. Not much is solid either. But at the very top of this cavern, if we were to fly all the way up the elevator shaft here, and we look at the very, very top, there is, past the ceiling, past the everything here, at the very top where this rod goes, there's a rooster weather vane at the very top. And you would not be able to see this from anywhere inside the map either. You'd have to fly out here in Forge to see it for yourself. But there's a random rooster weather vane up here. It doesn't spin or anything, it's just there. But it's kind of funny that it's all the way up here. Next up, this one is also another thing that's far outside the map. So from where the cargo, the storage room was that I showed you earlier, if you fly out the map from there, outside the map here are a bunch of floating lights that are actually solid and you can stand on. They're all just like randomly placed out here. They're not forged objects either, so we can't just delete them. But they are here and they are solid. And yeah, I mean, they're just out here. I'm not sure what their purpose is or what they're used for, but that's where they are. And also, while we're out here, if you were to like just fall underneath the map, you'll notice that there's no death barriers out here or anything. In fact, if we just fall all the way down, we'll never die, and we will eventually hit the bottom of the map, which is right about here, and you can see we're fine. In fact, we could even switch to Forge mode down here and fly around, and we could still spawn objects and everything out here. So there's a lot of playable and usable space out here underneath the map for Forge. I'm not sure what you would want to build out here that you wouldn't do on a canvas map, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of possibilities and potential out here. So it's up to people if they want to use that or not. And the last thing that you may have noticed on this map is on each side of the map there are these two, I guess, elevator doors or like tunnels or entrance doors or whatever, and there's one on each side of the map on opposite ends of each base. And if you were to fly behind the doors in Forge, you'll notice there's a bunch of forklifts in here. Now, as it turns out, some people have noticed on Twitter and YouTube, these forklifts are actually drivable. Now, the method to drive these, I'm not going to include in this video because that'll make this video way too long, so I'll do in a separate video very soon. But these forklifts are indeed drivable, and it does seem pretty fun, so I'll definitely be covering that very soon. But for now, those are all the secrets and Easter eggs that I've noticed so far on this map. If there's anything that I missed, or anything else that you've noticed I haven't covered yet, let me know in the comments below. I'm definitely curious what else there is on this map, because there's so much stuff on this map that you've seen. But aside from that, if you enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting, then as always, make sure to leave a like. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.